Think you're immune to the fallout of Trump's trade war? Think again. The end of a little-known 87-year-old rule is reshaping global e-commerce in ways you might not expect. And it's the small, independent sellers who are bearing the brunt, while some giants find a way to thrive. Here's the story you haven't heard yet. On August 29th, the U.S. government quietly dismantled the de minimis exemption, a policy that allowed Americans to import small packages duty-free if their value fell below a certain threshold, $800 in recent years. While policymakers had debated this change for years, its implementation sent shockwaves through the global e-commerce and shipping industries. But here's where it gets controversial. While headlines focus on how this affects retail giants like Amazon, Walmart, Shein, or Temu, the real casualties are small foreign business owners. People like Dennis, an indie Etsy seller in Ukraine, who's now scrambling to keep his business afloat. Just days before the rule change, I ordered custom wooden slats from Dennis to upgrade my living room cabinet doors. Having bought from him before, I knew he was based in Ukraine, but I hoped my timing would let me slip under the de minimis wire. Spoiler, it didn't. My package is still stuck in customs limbo, caught in the bureaucratic chaos that followed the rule change. Dennis explains that customs agencies were unprepared for the shift, leading to delays and confusion. Even though my order was worth less than $40, far below the old threshold, it's now subject to Trump's 10% tariff on Ukrainian goods. Dennis, determined to keep his international customers happy, is covering the extra cost himself. But how long can he sustain that? And this is the part most people miss. While small sellers like Dennis struggle, Chinese e-commerce giants like Shein and Temu have not only adapted but are thriving. Since May, Chinese packages were already excluded from the de minimis exemption, giving these companies a head start in navigating the new rules. Despite the tariffs, their global sales are up this year, according to Chinese publication Late Post. How? They slashed U.S. advertising spending initially, but quickly shifted their focus to other markets, like the UK, where sales have surged to record highs. By August, they were back to spending more on U.S. marketing than they did in 2024, proving they've cracked the code. Pass some costs to consumers, build independent supply chains, and keep shipping. But here's the real question. Is this new trade landscape leveling the playing field, or is it widening the gap between giants and independents? While Shein and Temu recalibrated their strategies within months, small sellers like Denny's are still grappling with higher costs and uncertain futures. Denny's is partnering with a Ukrainian shipping company to navigate customs, but he admits prices will likely rise by at least 10% if tariffs remain. Meanwhile, postal companies in other regions have stopped shipping to the U.S. altogether, due to confusion over Trump's policies. For consumers like me, who've grown accustomed to accessing unique, affordable products from around the world, whether it's a 3D printed map from Canada or Denny's weedwork from Ukraine, the end of de minimis could mean fewer impulse buys and less variety. As e-commerce analyst Juozas Kazakanis notes, this isn't about essentials like milk. It's about the artisanal, the personalized, the non-essential items that make global shopping exciting. If small sellers can't survive, we all lose access to that diversity. My wooden slats should clear customs soon. But the bigger question lingers. Can small businesses like Denny's survive in this new ecosystem? If not, I might have to take up carpentry myself, though who knows how much I'd pay in tariffs for the tools. And that's the real cost of this trade war. Not just dollars and cents, but the loss of a global marketplace that connects us to creators worldwide. What do you think? Are tariffs protecting American interests, or are they stifling global creativity? Let's debate in the comments.